Happy January, everybody. If you come anywhere near my office or the office of Dr. Kaufman, you are going to wind up having a conversation about the flu shot. And so I wanted to get out in front of it and review some of the common objections that people have. To be clear, I 100% support you making your own decisions about what happens to your body. I'm not in the business of foisting healthcare on you, but I do want you to be thinking a little more critically than some people are. So what's the number one answer I get?
I never get the vaccine.
Yeah, people say that as though that's a reason not to do it. And it just means, well, there's probably a lot of things you haven't done that I might recommend. Maybe you never exercise. Maybe you never eat certain vegetables. I would like to encourage you to consider it. So maybe you never did, but it might be time to start.
I prefer natural immunity. I don't really want to put chemicals in my body.
So the way natural immunity works is your body gets an exposure to a protein and it has a reaction to it. And then it mounts a little collection of soldiers to fight off that protein next time it sees it. That's called your immune reaction. Sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable, you get a little sweaty, you get a runny nose, whatever. That's also exactly how a vaccine works. When you get a vaccine, you are literally harnessing your own natural immunity. There are people who can't get vaccines because their immune system is compromised, and so they just won't have that good response to it. So when you're getting a vaccine, you are actually using your natural immunity. You're just getting to pick when you do your natural immunity and not just leave it up to roll the dice that you might get exposed to it when you've got someone in your house in cancer treatment or someone who's pregnant or somebody who's very elderly or sick.
I got the flu shot once and I got the flu afterwards.
No, you didn't. You cannot get the flu from the flu shot. Why? The flu is a bad respiratory illness. The achiness and just feeling sickness is not what influenza does. You are not getting injected with influenza. You're getting injected with proteins. That's the reason that you did not get the flu. You maybe got sick, you maybe got an immune response. Maybe you got a bad enough immune response that it's contraindicated for you now. But be clear, you didn't get the flu from the shot.
And if you do get achy afterwards, that's actually not a bad thing. That means your immune system's doing what you want it to.
You can sit there, go, look at me go, making antibodies.
If I get the flu, I'm just going to take some antibiotics.
You'd be amazed how common this is. Or also people might say Tamiflu. The reality is we don't have anything that acts on influenza the way penicillin acts on strep. If we did, we wouldn't need to vaccinate for it because we would just treat it as it comes up. Yet every day someone tells me with great confidence, I just take antibiotics. You could, but it wouldn't help you with the influenza.
Dr. Norris, you're a great doctor, but this is just a way for doctors to make, money. Big pharma.
Big pharma, right. I will say that capitalism has helped generate a lot of the innovations in medicine that we have. However, I have never made a dime off recommending anyone get influenza shots, just like I've never made a dime off encouraging people to get exercise or encouraging people to wash their hands. Big Hygiene doesn't have me in their pocket to give out soap. I just want you to stay okay. So again, I will reiterate, it is totally okay if you make the decision that you don't want to get an influenza vaccine. But I do want you to start kind of taking apart and thinking critically, because the decision that you're making actually is whether or not to contribute to the public health in general, which I really would love if you would consider. Have any more questions? Call me anytime. Have a great rest of your month.